How you guys doing today? We have some exciting information to go through here. For Black Ops Cold War Zombies, Treyarch has officially teased the new Vietnam DLC Zombies map. We're going to go through what they teased, the image that they tweeted out, and what other reveals we could be seeing for 115 Day this Friday. So if you are hyped, be sure to leave a like on the video. If we can go for 500 likes on this video, that would be greatly appreciated. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel for more Black Ops Cold War content. Really do appreciate the support recently. Shout out to the YouTube channel members as always, and let's get started. First thing here, let's look at the tweet. Treyarch Studios tweets out, Project End Station was only the beginning. Hashtag Black Ops Cold War, hashtag zombies. If you guys didn't know, Project End Station is Die Maschine, so they're pretty much saying Die Maschine was only the beginning, which is obvious because there's a lot more that's going to happen in the rest of the Cold War Zombies storyline, and Die Maschine is just scratching the surface of it all. But let's go through here, really look at the image. I'm going to look at first just the general setting, and then we'll look at what is actually written on this image here. So the general settings, very interesting. I'm looking at Reddit, I'm looking at Twitter, and a lot of people are responding to this image, and they're trying to figure out what this location is. Now, the most obvious one is that this is a portion of the Khe Sanh combat base in Vietnam. Now, we'll go through more about the Khe Sanh combat base because that's going to be the location of the next upcoming DLC Zombies map. But at first glance here, for me and a lot of people, it kind of reminds me of almost a dome multiplayer map layout. Like you see in the left, there's a little dome there, and then even the rest of the location here kind of reminds me of some type of multiplayer map. And then a lot of people are also saying it's giving them Ascension vibes. I can kind of get that as well. I mean, let me know down below, what vibes are you getting from this here? I think this image, it's a bit hard to tell because it's a top-down view and it's some sort of really small combat base. This is not going to be the entire Zombies map, and this is definitely a portion of it, but it is very interesting. It's also in black and white, so maybe that's why you're getting the Ascension vibes there. It's kind of a black and white type of vibe. And other than that, the map looks really cool. If you really zoom in and you look around, you can kind of see surrounding this combat base, you have some sort of jungle vibe there. You can see a lot of the trees, a lot of the foliage, and I think if this wasn't a black and white image, we would instantly be able to know that it's in Vietnam because of the actual super green nature of it, and just the colors would be a clear giveaway. But obviously Treyarch doesn't want to just give it to us too much. They want to kind of tease it, and I definitely am super glad they're doing these type of teasers, and we're going to go through more obviously in a second. But the map layout here, if this is a small portion of it, definitely looks really interesting, and for sure this is a main portion of the Khe Sanh combat base. At least that's the best guess here. Definitely be sure to leave your comments down below, any ideas, anything else you can see from here. A lot of people are saying like this seems familiar, and people were saying they have deja vu just because this looks like something they've seen before, and I feel that it definitely looks like something I saw. I don't know where I saw it, but it does kind of seem familiar, and I don't know. Definitely let me know down below. Not to go through here some of the things that are written because it's super interesting. The one on the bottom right is super interesting. It says more soon R. And who is R? First of all, R, you know, we were saying Richtofen, we were thinking Richtofen. A lot of people on Twitter were thinking Richtofen. But in this game, if anything, it would be Eddie. Like, if Richtofen's going to return, it's going to be as Eddie, because Eddie and Samantha went through to the Dark Ether at the end of Tag der Toten. Samantha is here, older now, and Eddie would be here, older as well. But it most likely would be E instead of R. So very confusing there. Will Richtofen actually return to the game? I feel like that's not going to happen, especially because of the voice actor. Again, maybe the voice actor was trolling and he will actually be in the game, or maybe it's going to be a different Richtofen voice actor, which I don't know if people are going to like that. But let me know down below, who do you think R is? And R saying more soon, I think more soon in and of itself is just pretty much saying like, okay, we're going to get more teasers very soon. That's pretty much what they're saying here. And those next teasers will most likely be during 115 Day. So stay tuned for 115 Day this Friday. We should be seeing a lot of cool stuff there. We'll talk more about that in a second. But to look at some more stuff here, we have M. This is the place I spoke of, Omega Outpost 25. Now, M, most likely Samantha Maxis. This one here is kind of obvious, and the next one here, Omega Portal Chamber. This is where the portal is maintained to the Dark Ether, and that's kind of a general statement. I mean, that's kind of the same thing that we saw in Die Machina with the Omega Portal. This is where you get access to the Dark Ether. That's all kind of general, and that's going to be a theme that we see with every single DLC Zombies map in Cold War Zombies. So we already know that, and the reason why we know this about the Omega Outpost is because of the Season 1 Zombies intel, and they told us in the intel that Omega Group is going to all of these different locations around the world and setting up their outpost. There have been a variety of different locations already revealed: Ural Mountains, Berlin, but the main one here is clearly Vietnam, especially the Khe Sanh combat base. Just to look at one of the things here, Khe Sanh site. This was Season 1 Zombies intel. We talked about this here, and it's pretty much saying that, you know, Omega Group is going to Khe Sanh. They're beginning construction on this site right in the Khe Sanh combat base location in this region in Vietnam. And we also talked about in the past that the construction of this site was to be completed on February 15th. And something very interesting, which the Game Revolution talked about, was that the original Battle Pass, like you guys remember, Season 1 was delayed for Black Ops Cold War. If Season 1 wasn't delayed, that would have meant that the Battle Pass would have ended on February 15th. So the new Zombies map was actually expected to release on February 15th, and it would coincide with the intel, the completion of the Vietnam Khe Sanh combat base for Omega Group. And now obviously it's a week later because of the delay, but that is super interesting that that actually lined up together. And this facility here in Vietnam, Omega Group's gonna be there, they're gonna start their thing, and then we're gonna pull up as Requiem or whatever else, and maybe a new group is added, and we're gonna have to deal with them once the map actually releases. So super cool there, the intel helping us out, and now we have this image, this teaser image, and I think a lot more teasers that we get the next couple of days, especially for 115 day and whatever else they decide to reveal to us. It'll give us a lot more of an understanding as to, you know, maybe what's different this time around, because if we're doing the same thing as Die Machina, there's nothing else they really need to tease and talk about. If the storyline is the same for every single Zombies map, you know, the only thing that's going to be different is the location and maybe the Easter egg steps. But if things are actually different this time around, if Omega Group actually gets more power than they did before, if the Easter egg is us actually failing, like if they do something different, it would be super interesting to see, you know, how that impacts the rest of the Cold War zombie storyline. But again, here, this image, super cool. I'm glad they're actually giving us some really sick teasers here. And again, just to go through here now, what we are expecting for 115 day. I just want to say, I told you guys, I knew that they weren't just going to bring us Cranked, the Zombies game mode, and a free Zombies access week. We were going to get some interesting surprises, and they're pulling through with this here. Now, I would have expected them to release this image on 115 day. They're releasing it a couple of days early, and that makes me think that we actually might get some more stuff released and revealed on 115 day itself. Treyarch did say that they're going to have a blog post. We talked about this in my video yesterday. They're going to have a blog post going through a bunch of new Zombies information. I'm expecting within that blog post, they're going to go through a bunch of different future Zombies DLC content, and then they'll also give us a bunch of other teaser / marketing material for the next Vietnam DLC Zombies map. And whatever we get within that, it's going to be super cool. Probably going to have a bunch of more images like this, black and white. They're not going to go too hard. I mean, we could see some minor or very short teaser trailer, which would be super cool. So I'm hoping for something like that on 115 day. But again, my expectations still aren't too high, but this is definitely really sick. A lot of stuff to talk about here, and hopefully we get some more teasers that'll give us a better idea as to who R is. Is it actually Richtofen? More information on the location and all that cool stuff. So leave a comment down below, Vietnam. If you watch the whole video, it is greatly appreciated. Super hyped to see what we get revealed here for this new Zombies map. Leave your theories, your ideas down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out.